Good afternoon and welcome to Johns Creek, Georgia. We are here on the campus of Northview High School alongside Connor Squires. I'm Ned Case. It is Championship Sunday here. Little bit of rain, but that's not going to slow these guys down. Chance to qualify for the MCLA Division II tournament is on the line for the winner of today's games. We got the Kennesaw State Owls taking on the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. Connor, we saw both these teams play yesterday. Both dominated pretty well. You mentioned before the game they kind of let up, let the other team back in, but both these teams can really score the ball.
Yeah, both of them got great offenses. I really think that this is going to be a two-goal game just because of what we saw yesterday. A lot of points, good defense, but also both teams let their opponent come back into the game in the fourth quarter.
Yesterday, Florida Gulf Coast was led by three different goal scorers who had 2 goals each. Liam O'Connor had 2 goals and an assist. Nick Griffin, 2 goals and 2 assists. Tyler Thomason had 2 goals for Kennesaw State. They were led by their attack. Vinny Magro had 9 points on 6 goals, 3 assists. Connor McMean had a hat trick and an assist to go with it. And the lefty, Dennis Ball, had 4 goals. So Kennesaw State is definitely going to be relying on their attack to put the ball in the back of the net. But we're going to get things off set with the opening faceoff here. Did you see anything, Connor, yesterday in the face-off game for either one of these teams that gives them an advantage?
I was actually just thinking about that, but, it's hard to compare stats. Sometimes it's more of a matchup based. Kennesaw State's going to win the first one. Wasn't won cleanly, but nevertheless still won.
So Kennesaw State will get settled for their first offensive possession. Brendan Hall comes on, pass a little bit behind him, and a quick turnover. So here goes Florida Gulf Coast getting their first line on. Chris Ayers comes out of the box. Ayers had, I believe, 3 points yesterday and almost gets things started here.
Gulf Coast yesterday, they were very, very successful at long offensive possessions that resulted in good quality shots.
That shot just off the mark, a little bit wide from Ayers. So settle possession here for Florida Gulf Coast. They're going to set up in that little bit of an umbrella set. Now they're going to run a pick at X. And move screen is going to be called, so turnover for both teams on the first possession of the game. Kennesaw State will have a chance to clear. So here goes Florida Gulf Coast on their ride. They got 2 guys chasing. Good hustle there by Griffin. And Griffin's going to be good on side because Thomason stayed back. So early penalty avoided there.
Communication early in the first 5 minutes is going to lead to success down the road. 2 turnovers by both teams. We'll see what Kennesaw can do.
So they're going to play the substitution game, get their pull on, and that'll bring on 25 in white, Drew Thompson. 25 in black. Kennesaw State rocking black shorts, black tops with some yellow trim on the shoulders. Florida Gulf Coast in the all white with white helmets. They move it over to Thompson. Thompson's going to give it a go down the right alley. Moves it along to Ball. Now they go backside to Magro. He had McMean inside for a moment. He's going to take the shot, save, and loose ball. Going to be picked up there for flag comes down. Looks like they were all over the goalie. And cage, it looks like number 8, Austin Cotton. It's a different goalie than we saw in the semifinals yesterday.
Not sure what the flag was. It might have been a slash over here on the goalie. And that's what it'll be.
Yep. Slash called here, so chance for Florida Gulf Coast to go on the man up and get the first goal of this game as we're about 2.5 minutes in.
That's a great way to start a game with a man-up goal to get the boys going. They were pretty efficient yesterday. Let's see what they can do today.
Got a couple man-up goals yesterday from the lefty Jordan Briggs. See 7 in white on the near side. Handles now. Spins it on back to Griffin. Here comes some of the motion. Griffin pushes aside up to Thomason on the wing. Ball on the turf. Nice job there by Mosteller getting that up on the first attempt. Now they got numbers here if they want. Streaking down the middle of the field. Nice one more. Magro couldn't quite handle. Was ready to throw the fake, and a flag comes down. It's like one official's going to call it loose ball. The other has a flag down.
It's the right call. We just got to figure out which call it is. The one official wants it to be a flag. It looks like it's going to be. 30 seconds.
So right away it'll go. I believe we'll have a 5-on-5 here for about 30 seconds. Both penalties should be released right around that same time. So 5-on-5 lacrosse. What changes as a defense, Connor?
Well, 5-on-5 lacrosse, it's not as simple as it seems. Your slide rotation is different. There's a lot of space. You're going to see a little bit more pass down, pick downs with two mans. So just a little bit more room for the offense to work. Definitely an advantage for the offense. Looks like Kennesaw might just wait to get this extra guy on the field.
Very patient.
Not really sure why, because then you're only going to have 8 seconds of man up.
Well, here comes McMean, so we'll see what they can run fast as Florida Gulf Coast ready to release their penalty. It's a momentary 6-on-5, and Florida Gulf Coast gets back in the hole and recovers.
Like I said, advantage offense in the 5-on-5. I think I would have let the guys play there a little bit.
Dennis Ball has the ball in the wing. Excuse me, Dennis Bell. Magro was the hot hand yesterday. We mentioned it, 9 points, 6 goals, and 3 assists. McMean also had a hat trick, as did Dennis Bell. He had 4 goals. So 13 goals combined yesterday from the attack for this KSU Owls team, as they put up 14 goals in their win. So turnover there, so nothing really happened in that 5-on-5 or the 6-on-6 set. Florida Gulf Coast will take their time clearing. They got the overpass. And coming down in transition with the ball was Chris Englert. We saw him on the offensive end plenty yesterday.
Great couple saves by Austin Cotton there to get his team going on defense. 2 great opportunities that were missed out on for Kennesaw State.
So 0-0 game, about 5 minutes gone here in our opening quarter. Both these teams kind of feeling each other out. This could certainly be a heavyweight battle. 2 teams that have a history, and 2 teams that, as we mentioned before, competing for a chance to keep their season alive and go play in the MCLA National Tournament next week. And they're going to call a push. Florida Gulf Coast will keep it. Owl fans here in the stands not happy about that one. O'Connor looking for room now. He's going to step in. Bouncer, nice stop there. Kennesaw State with Jay Molander in the goal. Molander played the first half yesterday before they brought in Cameron Scott. And pole-to-pole passing, a little bit out of reach. It'll be a turnover. So fail clear there for Kennesaw State.
Tough pass to make, especially running away from the cage. Not to mention it's a pole with a guy right in your hip. He's going to want that one back.
Here goes Englert, and nothing going, so he just moves it along over to Griffin. Griffin puts his hands out to settle things down. It'll be Ayers, Monty, and 32 in white, Devin Deming at the midfield for Gulf Coast. Deming is going to move it along to the lefty. Briggs. Now it's with Griffin. See if he looks to attack. 2-2-2 look here for Florida Gulf Coast. Here goes Deming down the alley. Draws a slide. Briggs tried to throw it back where the dodge came from. Pass a little bit high. It's going to be an over and back call. McMean wants to pick it up and go fast. They got a 5-on-3 with some trailers. See if they can take advantage of it. Nice one more. Good poke check there. Ball comes loose. And it's going to go to Florida Gulf Coast. So some sloppy stick work passes, just a little bit behind, a little bit below in the story so far.
Right, and they have all the opportunities in the world, both teams. It's just as far as execution, who's going to get those kinks out before the other team does, and that may get somebody a jump start here. Still 0-0, but plenty of opportunities to score on both teams.
Gage Ryan with the ball on the far side, up at the top of the box. Going to throw the overpass. He's got Kyle Brook. See if Brook goes to leg it out. And nice job. Thomason getting free. Now picked up by Briggs. Hand counts on. They're going to have to get a touch, and they do. Thomason's got some room down the right alley. Is he going to let it fly? He does. And Molander with the save. And moving screen's going to be called. A little bit of a lead block there. You know, Kennesaw State house football team having a big year. Maybe watching a little bit too much football in the fall on Saturdays. Thomason pass off his stick, and we mentioned, you know, it's not raining too bad right now. Thomason was ready to take the dive before he picked up the ground ball. Now he's laying on it, so it should go to Kennesaw State. It does. A little bit of rain here, so we'll see how that affects, you know, any sticks. You know, we saw some slipping yesterday on this turf, even when it wasn't raining. So, you know, it could be a factor. I don't think it's going to be a huge factor, but we'll see how the weather affects the game as we move on.
Yeah, and both teams just look tired.
Yep.
Just look a little exhausted. You know, playing 2 games in 2 days, it's not easy to do. I'm not sure if they've had to do it yet this season, but you know, again, it's not hot.
Right.
It could be a lot worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, light rain here in Kennesaw State. You know, they're having all their looks.
Gillum carries here on the near side, likes his matchup. He's got the short stick of Forrest. Gillum draws 2 on the slide, rolls away, looking for help. Has Sims up top. Sims is going to give it a go. Left to right split down the alley. Jump shot, just wide. McMean re-triggers. Moves it up to Gillum. Gillum's drawing the pole on this possession. Looks like it's Patrick Kampmeyer, freshman out of Naples, Florida. Kennesaw State patient here. Now they're going to give it a go again with Sims. He goes to his left hand down the alley this time. Ball through X. Now they get it with Bell. Nice pick on the backside. McMean had a chance to step in. It looked like he was going to shoot that ball before he caught it.
You know, when the best players on your team are struggling, it seems to, you know, leak out and start to spread. You know, they've had plenty of opportunities, but Magro, you know, had a couple good opportunities in the tight. We saw number 50 as well yesterday play great. As Florida Gulf Coast is, you know, going to have another opportunity to score, I think the Kennesaw State offense just needs to settle down.
So that shot from the pole, Ryan, just wide, but Florida Gulf Coast retains possession on the backup. Here's A.J. Monty, the 5'5 freshman. Now attacking from behind is 29, Joshua Taylor. Now he moves it on to Nick Griffin. Griffin takes one up in the head. His helmet flew back. No flag on the play. Griffin did a nice job trying to sell it. Now they move it over to Deming. Deming's going to give it a go. Rolls, keeps the stick in his right hand. Back up top, O'Connor's going to may attack down the alley. He does. Nice trail check there by Mosteller. Gets the ball on the turf. Florida Gulf Coast picks it up. Will retain possession. Nice backdoor cut there by Taylor. Nothing doing.
We were just touching on as Florida Gulf Coast will move this ball around. McMean and Magro had 13 points in the last game combined.
Yep.
Both those guys, you know, a little uneasy right now. He's gonna check to the head.
Yeah, that was the easiest call so far today.
But again, you know, those two guys gotta step up. As long as Dennis Bell, he had 4-0 yesterday, and if they can get their team going, I think everything else will follow suit. There's gonna be a 1-minute penalty on KSU.
Yeah, it looks like they got Wes Baker playing good defense. Just threw that slap check, got a little bit too high. Nice job there by Griffin, though, forcing the issue and drawing the foul. So 6-on-5 here, Florida Gulf Coast. They're going to start at 2-3-1. Saw them on the man advantage a handful of times yesterday. So we'll see if they change anything up today. KSU played the second semifinal yesterday, so they got to watch Florida Gulf Coast's game. Florida Gulf Coast stuck around for a little bit of the KSU game. Briggs going to step in. Nice shot. Looked like that was eaten by the defender, 22 in black, Drew Martinez. Sometimes you got to soak that shot on man up to get the stop. Bounce pass to the wing. Thomason blasts it wide.
Throwing that bounce pass. Stick must have been up in the passing lane. Nevertheless, got the shot off.
Yep.
Keeping two guys in on the crease and just trying to sit down in those gaps are the four players on the outside. They're the ones that want to shoot the ball.
Ayers looks like he's going to step in from 16, bounces it wide.
This is what Gulf Coast needs, though. Just start shooting the ball. Get your sticks hot. Shoot hot, stay hot.
Approaching 4 minutes to go here in our opening quarter. Skip it up top. Ayers, low to high, save there for Molander. He saw it the whole way.
Molander, great job getting across his body to make that save. Got to clear it man down.
And they find Brooks Gillum. He's going to leg it out.
We saw clearing and riding and clearing a big aspect in both these games yesterday at the Division II level. Fairly clean so far.
So Kennesaw State finishes their substitution pattern, gets all their close defensemen back on the field, now ready to play 6-on-6. Magro with the ball behind. He's got Englert on him. Magro driving to his right, slides coming to his back. He feels it. Now he's got 3 defenders on him, gives it up, and nice ground ball there by Florida Gulf Coast.
Sliding extremely heavy to Magro. The ball's going to be turned over. Quick restart. The official says it's and they're going to overturn the call. One official was too close. He didn't see the tip. The other one said it was tipped. They conferred over a 50-yard conference.
So Florida Gulf Coast will clear. Ball's with Ryan. Now he's got Forrest in the middle of the field. And Robert Forrest will use his legs to clear it out. We mentioned Robert Forrest and River Brown, the short stick D-mids for Florida Gulf Coast, number 13, number 14. Very impressive yesterday playing their role, picking up ground balls, playing close defense. Turnover there by Florida Gulf Coast. Those guys will have to go play their role again on this possession.
Someone's got to call a timeout. It's just both ways. It's just both these teams are just playing uncharacteristically as we saw yesterday. I understand, you're tired and exhausted, but, it just starts with effort right there.
Yeah.
No one's in your hands. You just throwing the ball over your guy's head.
Nice clear there by Florida Gulf Coast as by Kennesaw State, as Will Tabor will clear it and touch it up for another Owls possession. 2:20 to go here in our opening quarter. Score still 0-0. Both goalies with a couple saves. But really it's been just some, as you mentioned, uncharacteristic turnovers. Just moving the ball around. Not moving the ball fast enough when drawing slides. So, again, it's first quarter of a championship game. These teams got to kind of feel each other out and see if anybody's doing anything different than they usually do. Ball on the turf there. Goosed out. And they'll keep it on KSU side for the moment. Looked like it hit a white jersey and went over.
I think they're going to say that. This is the right call. He had possession when he was over. I don't think you're allowed to possess that. You got to keep it over, but yeah, he kind of ate one on the chin as well.
So Chris Ayers handles here, waiting.
Look for Drew Martinez to play a little hot.
Johnny McCullough comes on.
About it.
Thomason goes underneath to his right hand, shoots that one wide. Thomason, the sophomore midfielder from Palm Beach Central High School down in Wellington, Florida. And Chris Ayers works for it. He's got a short stick matchup of 10, Alec Trikovic. So we'll see if Ayers takes advantage. Tries to go underneath to his right hand. Shot high. Molander with the save right into the stick of Tabor. And we're headed the other way. Tabor using his legs, beats the attackman, and that's going to be a trip. So a little bit of an unlucky break there for Florida Gulf Coast, but it'll be a minute man up here for the Owls.
be their second man up, but you know it's really their first because they were playing 5-on-5 there for a while. 48 seconds left. You know, you just play it out. You don't worry about holding for the last shot if it's because it's only gonna be a 30-second penalty. So run your man up as is. Got to get a goal.
Yeah, so we'll see who they go to here. They had a couple skip passes, I believe, from high to the pipes yesterday for some success on man up. They start in an open look here. Now they'll move into a 3-3. McMean carries. Pair of cuts on the inside. Now Bell carries up. Hall with it on the far side. They got a 3-on-2. Nice look inside to McMean. Good collapse defense there by Ryan. And ground ball smothered in the goal. So now Austin Cotton looks to clear. He's got Gage, Ryan.
McMean had an opportunity for a highlight reel. I think he was trying it, but ball got dislodged before he could shoot it.
So Ryan legs it over, 5 seconds. Florida Gulf Coast should just hold on to this, and they'll retain possession to start the second quarter. Horn blows, and that's what it'll be. So we mentioned it. Thought it was going to be high scoring. Both these goals lit up the score. Both these teams lit up the scoreboard with goals yesterday. But after 15 minutes here at Northview High School, it's a 0-0 game. Kennesaw State and Florida Gulf Coast will try to get on the board starting in the second quarter. We'll be back on Lacrosse Fire TV right after this. And we're back here on Lacrosse Fire TV's coverage of the SELC Division II championship game. First quarter in the books. Score staying the same, 0-0 after the first 15 minutes. Connor, you know, we said it was fast-moving quarter, you know, and you mentioned it, just a little bit off, a little bit sloppy. I know every coach hates that word, but I would say that was a sloppy first quarter.
I'm expecting a better second quarter by both teams.
Could you elaborate on that point?
It can only get better.
So no face-off to start the second quarter as penalty releases, and Florida Gulf Coast had possession to end that first quarter. So they'll get their midfield on. It looks like it'll be the first group with Thomason, Ayers, and 25, who's up top right now, Johnny McCulhay.
What I do like about Gulf Coast offense, you know, they got some shooters, but they do want to take possession. And we saw that yesterday, you know. They let a team linger around a little bit, and it was because they had 10-second possessions. You know, when they hold the ball and, you know, they're going to open up Kennesaw State right now in a 30 look. Open set, no crease guy, they're going to have to go adjacent.
Thomason on the dodge, splits to his right. Now moves it along to X. They go to Taylor on the backside, now up to Ayers. Ayers has some room. He sweeps to his right hand, now rolls back left. Ayers had a nice one-handed goal. Backhanded yesterday late, and feet inside. He jammed that one, couldn't be handled, and Molander will pick up the ground ball. Transition the other way if Kennesaw State wants it. I don't think he saw his guy in the middle of the field. He's trying to
Still got it.
protect his cross. And that ball doesn't make it through. Clearing situation here for the Gulf Coast.
Had the 4-on-3 opportunity if he could have taken a look over his left shoulder. Perhaps he just wanted to secure a possession for his team.
So Florida Gulf Coast clears. Now they get it to Forest as they go through their substitution pattern. Liam O'Connor steps on, handles now.
So far, Jay Melander, he's been good in cage. Both defenses doing their jobs.
Florida Gulf Coast there in this open set. It sounds like they call it Ohio. Although now, Liam O'Connor rolls into the crease for the moment. Here goes Deming down the alley. No slide came, bounce. I think Molander got just enough of that one. Rebound opportunity. Monte has it. A.J. Monte bounces that one up and over. Backed up by Florida Gulf Coast.
Monty paid for it too. He's open on the back pipe. Pass deflected. And
Taylor
retain possession.
Taylor carries over. Now they get it up to O'Connor. O'Connor's got the pole of Mosteller on him and turns that pass over momentarily, but tracked down by Taylor.
If you're either of these teams, maybe just go to that go-to play. Try to get a quick look.
Deming, easy save. Slide came to him. He shot it right to Molander's stick.
Riding clearing game, big part of yesterday.
McMead showing for help, and they move it to him. Far side with the ball, 28 and white, Ethan Bish. He rolls back. He's going to move it over to Drew Thompson. Brendan Hall, the third midfielder, on the field with this group right now. McMead playing up high, top of the box. Open set here for Kennesaw State as well. See if they don't run through a set. McMead in a little bit of a different spot than usual. Bish down the alley, nothing to do it. Moves it to Magro. Little two-man game on the far side. Magro trying to press his way in, and he's going to get called for the ward. Whistle the other way, 4-on-3 chance here. Robert Forrest pushing the opportunity. He's got Griffin. Griffin's got someone coming out of the box. Molander, nice job coming out of the cage. Now he's got to get back in. Off the pipe. Rebound opportunity. Griffin picks it up and runs through space.
And that's just how this game's gone so far. Nothing
Exactly.
going right for either offenses as they're going to be man up here for a slash.
Griffin eats the check ball on the turf, and he picks it up. Excuse me, Kennesaw State touches it up.
So another man up opportunity.
Ayers, Deming, and Thomason come out, as well as O'Connor, Griffin, and on the far side, 7 in white. That's the lefty, Jordan Briggs.
Who's going to be the team to step forward here, get the first couple goals, and really take this game to the next level? So right now, it's still kind of the first 5 minutes of the first quarter-ish feel. Unfortunately, it's dripping into the second quarter. At this point, you don't really care who scores a goal if you're out there. Someone get us started.
O'Connor rolls off. They throw back. They try to get Briggs for a step down. Nice ball movement. Ayers going to step in for 15. That one not even close to cage. That one almost went backwards, it looked like.
Might have snagged up in the stick there.
Stepping in, Thomason. That one just wide, and Molander quickly telling his defenders to get out on the hands of 5 in white. Griffin pushing to the left side to goal shot. Jordan Briggs give the assist to Griffin. Finally on the board, the Eagles.
Fantastic shot by the right-hander. You can see on your play, I'm sorry, left-hander. Just a solid dip in the shoulder low. Roofing it near side. Little life in the game.
Nick Griffin picks up where he left off. Had 2 goals, 2 assists yesterday. Picks up an assist here early for FGCU. And 1-0 the score. Only took 20 minutes into the game for us to see our first goal. 1-0 Eagles.
Yeah, a little bit of that because of turnovers, a little bit of that because of poor shooting. Also, good defense and good goalie play. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing takes off real quick.
Whistle at the X. Looks like Eagles violated, so quickly Kennesaw State will have a free possession. And now they get up to Ethan Bish. Brendan Hall a little bit quiet yesterday.
Right, we know that they want to go through Magro. Had 6 goals and 3 assists yesterday. If I'm him, I just keep shooting.
Yeah.
Just keep shooting. The offense generally runs through you. Never let that change. And they're gonna deny Magro the ball if they can help it.
And they get it to Hall in the corner. Hall over to Bell. 2-man game. Big little Bell working top side. Jump shot bounces it just high. Backed up by Magro.
Cotton really had to work to get back up to the top shelf off that bouncer. Something you see as a shooter. Might want to go back to it.
Magro's got the short stick matchup. Him and Hall played 2-man games, got the switch. And Magro likes his matchup, goes underneath to his right hand. Face dodge again, now he draws 2, ball on the turf. And that's the second or third time Kennesaw State's done a nice job of drawing the slide, but just not moving the ball after they're getting 2 or 3 guys on him.
He's trying to make something happen, but they're getting the ball out of his stick immediately. They're sliding quickly. They're sliding heavy to him. They're sending almost 2 guys sometimes.
Nice ride there by KSU, though, to get the ball back, pushing the goalie out of bounds. Hall draws the flag. There's Magro. They needed one more step. Bell keeps it alive. Bell's coming top side, and a great save there. Looked like it was going offside hip. And great step there by the goalie, Austin Cotton, to get a piece of it.
Pretty easy cross check. Man up opportunity to even this at 1. Shooter's starting to get a little bit more comfortable for Kennesaw State.
Yeah, you mentioned poor shooting. Only 2 saves by my count for Cotton. So, 2 saves, no goals. It means you've only put 2 on cage if you're KSU. So, that's something that they're going to look at. They're going with this double pick or double cut look off the man up. They're going to wheel Magro around. Nothing going. McMean's going to step in for 15 low to low. Easy save for Cotton. He saw it the whole way.
And, 2 goals, I want to know how many of those were on pipe or on cage. Not many of them. They've easily taken 10 to 12 shots in this game. There's going to be another flag down. Illegal body check.
You're going to get McMean, I think, for getting a little bit high or a little bit late after. Let's see which one they get him for. Looks like they got him for unnecessary. So man up here for Florida Gulf Coast. Scored on man up earlier. See if they can't get another one here. It was Jordan Briggs off the assist from Griffin in the last one. And KSU's going to call a timeout to talk through their man-down defense and probably talk a little bit offense as well. 7:22 to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a break with them here on Lacrosse Fire TV's coverage of the SELC tournament. So coming out of the timeout, it'll be KSU man down. Florida Gulf Coast having just scored their last man up opportunity. So we'll see if Kennesaw State kind of throws any wrinkles at them, maybe jumps out, or if they just want to make sure everyone's on the same page, get a little extra breather. Again, it's, the way this game's playing out, I don't expect it to stay low scoring, but if it does, every goal is really going to matter.
Right, I'm not ready.
Obviously.
I'm not ready to jump to that yet. Is they're going to have an open shot here if they want it?
Ayers steps in and takes it. Misses just wide.
In Kennesaw State, you are so content with letting him step in from 16, 17 yards on man up.
So ball restarts with Taylor. Taylor to Thomason. Thomason low angle. That one just missed and hit double crossbars on the net behind the inline.
Those Thompson and Briggs, they love dropping their hands at those low angles. That's where they're most comfortable.
Briggs moves it to Deming. Now Ayers had a little bit of a seal on the inside from O'Connor. Nice handle there by Taylor. He's looking to skip it. Excuse me, that's Griffin with the ball. Griffin straight ahead to Briggs. Briggs with the hitch goes low to low, just misses wide.
Strong hitch. Still got plenty of power on that shot too, just off cage, and that's kind of been the story of the first half for both teams.
Griffin, 2 Ayers on the skip. Now they go inside to O'Connor. O'Connor couldn't handle as he tried to make a move towards the goal. Loose ball. Nice ground ball there by Liam O'Connor. 2-on-1 on the backside. Thomason wanted but took too long to get there. Now it's going to be even 6-on-6, and they take advantage of the scramble situation. Griffin just missed. I think Molander got a piece of that one.
He absolutely did. Great job by the goalie. Another one.
Molander seeing the ball, especially these shots down low. Chance for Kennesaw State to head the other way. These poles can handle pretty well. Shot save. And ball's loose in front. Can they goose it in? Twice, 2 guys missed. Dennis Bell picks up the ground ball. Nice check there. And we'll head the other way. So it was a clean 4-on-3. They didn't slide to the pole. They didn't trust him to score. And big save there out of Austin Cotton.
Huge save as Kennesaw is going to get the ball back.
Wow.
They're going to push it. They got numbers.
Kennesaw State got away with being offsides there as they rode that ball back. Numbers. Magro, quick stick save. Cotton. Cotton is on fire right now. We talked about he did not play in the game yesterday. I think we know why he's playing today.
Wow, a great opportunity in transition. A game that's been stagnant. Cotton standing on his head.
So Gage Ryan throws the overpass to Englert. Englert handles. And he's got to find a shorty, get a touch here. A little too casual as the ball's on the ground. Englert looks like he's banged up. I'm not sure what that was from. He may have just hurt himself stepping funny or something. He didn't really get contact once he caught that ball.
Doesn't seem to be limping. He'll come off.
Well, Englert seems to be all right, and finishing their substitution pattern will be Florida Gulf Coast as Thomason's about to come on. And Thomason picks this one up.
Oh, the pulse, it's back. Little chippiness on the sideline.
Looks like they're going to get...
There's a call on the field. Oh, there's a flag down over here. Okay.
You got 19 for the slash there. Talking to one of the KSU coaches for the game, he was saying that their goal was to kind of let Florida Gulf Coast maybe do some of those chippy things that Kennesaw State could take advantage, with Florida Gulf Coast being in the penalty box. It's been KSU in the penalty box most of the day, not really due to chippiness, but just in the penalty box.
Yeah, it's a championship game, so, there'll be plenty of gamesmanship, and it's expected in a game like this. Gulf Coast looking for those outside shooters.
Only goal of the day came from Jordan Briggs on a man up in this second quarter. Briggs handles on the left wing now. He goes behind to Griffin. Griffin's been pushing sides, trying to find something. Now he skips it up top, bounce pass to Deming. Deming can't get it clean. Tried to kick it to space. And can Deming come up with this tough ground ball? He does. That's a hard-earned ground ball by 32 in white to keep this man-up possession alive. Thomason steps in. Griffin wants to feed. Does. Connor cutting. Shot goal. Great patience on both the feed and the cut. Griffin has his second assist, and O'Connor his first of the day.
And a ground ball leads to a goal. Great patience. Almost ran himself out of angle there, but what he was really doing was just trying to get himself around the goalie so he could find the back pipe. 2-0 Eagles. That's a big.
Towards that goal coming towards the end of the penalty, towards the beginning of the 6-on-6 kind of a scramble situation. If you can find yourself free, find a 2-on-1 somewhere, take advantage. That's what Gulf Coast did.
It's all about finding space, whether you're dodging or whether you're cutting to it.
3:42 to go here in our second quarter. Only 2-0. The score for the Gulf Coast with the lead. And we're going to get a moving screen. So KSU will get the ball here. McMean will restart it. Coming out of the box here is Isaiah Sims. He's on the midfield with Brooks Gillum coming out of the box.
You know, I like to see the ball get in McMean's stick. You know, he's kind of been floating around off ball. We saw him a couple times yesterday getting exactly where he wanted to with his size and strength.
Here he is up top. He's got Kyle Brook guarding him.
Kyle's done a very good job today so far. And the guy that had 3 goals, 1 assist yesterday in their victory.
Negro's got his defender hung up. See if he pushes aside or if he just is content to look for cutters. Now McMean's carrying the defender right towards him. Magro hanging here. Goalie's not really picking sides. They're playing this one pretty straight up. McMean flashed for a minute inside. Now Magro pushes inside. Roll shot saved by Cotton. Ground ball. And I think that's the 4th or 5th moving screen we've seen here in this opening half. But chance to regain possession here for Kennesaw State. See if they can't get a better look. But Cotton's been tough to beat so far with 6 saves.
You know, tough angle. We saw him can those all day yesterday. I mean, Cotton's been great.
Yep.
It's been a good goalie duel so far.
Here goes Sims. Hitches to his right. Moves it on to McMean. McMean's got a short stick matchup. Goes to his left to set up his right. And nice defense there, getting all over the hands. I believe that was Campermeyer. So Brooks Gillum's going to give it a go here. See if he tries to sweep to his right. No, he goes underneath. Feed. Nice look. Sims couldn't finish. Tried the twister. But that stick within his right hand didn't have a lot of angle on the look.
Yeah, that's all about he could do. He didn't want to put it in his left, but and then it's another great save, doorstep save. Defense got lost on the backside.
Here's Dennis Bell. Mentioned he had 4 goals in the semifinal win yesterday. As Kennesaw State took down App State. Now Gage Ryan's going to switch on to McMean. McMean driving right. 5-and-5 turns, loses the ball before he could shoot. And loose ball situation for the Gulf Coast. Comes up with it. Magro pops the pole, but Gage Ryan tracks down the ball in the air. And with a minute to go here, Florida Gulf Coast will likely use a timeout. And they do. So Florida Gulf Coast uses their first timeout of the half. 1:05 to go. They lead 2-0. Looking to extend this lead heading into the half. We'll be back on back on the Crossfire TV right after this. Welcome back to Lacrosse Fire TV's coverage of the SELC Lacrosse Tournament, the Division II Championship game. 1 minute from halftime, Florida Gulf Coast leads 2-0. Been a game, haven't seen a lot of goals, obviously, 2-0. Connor, we talked about it. You said, this next goal can make it feel like it's 6-0. I said it kind of still feels like it's 0-0. So, what's the mindset here for KSU? Going into this possession, whether they score or not, how do you kind of feel how the way this half is going?
It's too early to think that way, as a player and as a coach. But, us up here in the booth, I mean, you said it. It feels a lot worse than it really is. It's only a 2-point game. Kennesaw State scored 2 more goals right before this quarter's up. But, it looks like Gulf Coast they're definitely going to want to try to take this last shot. And a sound performance by Gulf Coast defense and goalie.
40 seconds to go here. Doesn't look like there's going to be a shot clock that's going to come into effect. Liam O'Connor sweeps, finds A.J. Monty. Monty dodges down the alley, now goes behind with it. Nice triangle passing inside. Diving save, Molander. 27 seconds to go. That's a pretty good look at the end of the half.
Molander on a huge arc, taking away all angles for the shooter. Great save. He's been great.
8 saves now for Jay Molander out of Allatoona High School. 10 seconds to go here. See what KSU looks to do. And they're going to call a timeout. Coach Alex Cavallo takes a timeout. 7 seconds left. He just wants to make sure they can get... KSU was offside, so they're not going to be awarded that timeout. So now Florida Gulf Coast is going to talk through their timeout.
A lot of chaos and confusion going on right now.
One of the KSU polls trying to state his case that he was onside and on the field, but none of these officials are going to give him the look. Connor said he thought he saw him stay onside, and see Coach Cavilla's having this conversation with the officials. Well, we saw one yesterday happen like that where the last guy who was onside was behind the ref. They threw the flag, didn't see it. And again, that's, with no replay, this was football. You'd go to the monitor, say, look, there's the 12th man on the field, throw the flag. But we don't have that with lacrosse.
I'm so thankful we don't. But it was kind of hard for us to tell, with the tent down there right in front of the first 10 yards of the field. But 7 seconds left. It's going to be Gulf Coast ball. There's only so much that you can do here. Maybe a quick pass and maybe a pick and a little spot feed, get yourself a shot. Well, Gulf Coast, they only have 2 goals, but certainly feeling themselves.
You wonder if they try to just kind of get something maybe a little bit cheap. Put 3 or 4 guys in front of the goal, put someone, throw it on the cage, see what happens here. But 7 seconds left. You pick up a 3rd goal here. It's it seems kind of silly to say a 3rd goal in the first half could make a difference, but
what's it feel like?
Right,
It feels like 6 goals if you're Kennesaw State, but Kennesaw State just not playing well. McMean and
Magro
and Dennis Bell. Defense is doing a very, very good job trying to take those guys away.
7 seconds to go. Thomas is going to start with it. McMean there to ride him. And here goes Thomas in. 4, 3, 2. He throws it towards the goal. Nice job by Mosteller knocking that one down. He just throws it length of the field. It won't matter. So into 1, 2-0. Florida Gulf Coast leads. It was a game where we certainly expected more goals, but both defenses and goalies came to play. 8 saves for Jay Molander for KSU, and for Florida Gulf Coast, 7 saves for goalie Austin Cotton.
Both goalies have been fantastic, waiting for the offenses to, step forward. We'll see what kind of second half adjustments both of these programs can make.
We'll be expecting more goals in the second half. Quick 10-minute halftime here. We'll be back for Lacrosse Fire TV second half coverage of the Division II SELC Championship game right after this.
They're working on the attack. Here he comes. Gilliam comes in. Fire shot goal! Back to back goal! Coach Gilliam. Rosie wants to go early. He
He's got his left hand. Look inside. Middle shot. Goal. And the Raiders win in the third overtime.
And the Titans was cleared. Pull it up and put it into the box. Makes his people gonna go all the way. Attack right in front. Save their goal. You talked him up.
There it is. I was going to say he's going to get another one before this is over.
And we're back here on Lacrosse Fire TV's coverage of the SELC Division II Championship game. Third quarter about to get underway. Kennesaw State trailing Florida Gulf Coast 2-0. Alongside Connor Squires, I'm Ned Cage. Thanks for tuning in. Opening face-off. Going to get a loose ball hold, and it'll go to Florida Gulf Coast. They'll have the first possession of this third quarter.
First goal is huge here, especially for Kennesaw State, as they don't win the initial face-off.
Rain starting to come down a little bit harder at the half break. So we'll see what kind of effects that have. They turn the lights on here at Northview High School here in Johns Creek, Georgia. 31st SELC lacrosse tournament. Thomason with the ball up top. He's got the pole of Mosteller on him. And moves it along to Jordan Briggs. Briggs skips it across. Nice look off the crossbar. Wide open on the back pipe. Looked like that was Josh Taylor. Nice hustle there for the inline ball. Laying out for that one was 22 in black. Drew Martinez winning possession for his Owls in a much needed moment.
Huge possession for the Owls.
So they'll get settled here. Brendan Hall ready to come out of the box, as is Ethan Bish. Still the defensive midfield group on for KSU. Here comes Bish. See if he catches and goes. 5-on-5 for the moment, but Bish will be content to settle things down. Here comes Hall. Hall only one goal yesterday in the semifinal. Unlike him, usually guy who's putting in goals on a consistent basis multiple times per game. Here's McMean with it from 15 yards out. Hitches outside the hashes. Now he's out by the numbers, and he'll just carry behind.
They have an advantage if they want it.
Got him. Nothing doing. Probably a good decision. Would have been a tough feed from that corner. So McMean will just continue to carry. Now almost doing a full circle.
Yeah, Tyler Thomason, he was stuck on defense, an offensive midi for Gulf Coast.
Bish going both ways to the left hand. Shot just wide. Nice look there by Ethan Bish.
KSU having trouble getting up in front of the cage to get their shots. Gulf Coast funneling everything down. Low angle shots.
McMean plays catch with Thompson. Now it's Brendan Hall. He's got the short stick matchup. See if he looks to attack. McMean's going to dive low to give him a little bit of space. Kennesaw State getting patient. Looking like they want everyone to get on the same page. Here goes Hall, full speed downhill. Nothing doing. Rolls back to his right. Gets it up top. Now they're going to move it over to Drew Dennis. Look inside. Save. Great look there. You talked about going to one of your set plays. That looked like it may have been a set play for the Owls. But answering the call, the netminder, 8 in cage, Austin Cotton.
Yeah, just a rollover pick. He's going to make a pass and just continue on his cut. Another great save by Cotton.
His 8th of the day by our count up here. Doing our best to keep stats and keep them official, but hope that you will forgive us for any mistakes we make that you catch at home. Thanks again for tuning in. Championship Sunday here on Lacrosse Fire TV. SELC Division II title right now. Division I title later. Florida Gulf Coast momentarily had a step, but nice show there by Martinez to take away any kind of look. Stepping in, Nick Griffin, he hitches. Now gets it up to Deming. Deming's got a pole.
Sorry, Ned. Griffin's been able to get separation. It looks like they're going to make sure they continue to slide heavy to him. He's really the only one that's hurt them. Besides, man up look and, a bit of another tight angle goal off a cut.
Griffin with an assist on both goals so far today. Ball's with Griffin now. They go with 3-4 guys on the inside. Now they're going to roll out of it and do a little bit of a 1-4 look. O'Connor's got some room, but he wants to get to his right hand. Spins. Got Monty on the far side of the field. That's where he's going to go with it. Monty handles. And not sure where that pass was going, but it's a turnover. Florida Gulf Coast rides it back. Jordan Briggs picks it up. Briggs has a shot. Score! Jordan Briggs making the most of a broken play. 3-0 Gulf Coast. Second of the day for Briggs.
Yeah, and a great job not quitting on the ride. As you can see on your replay, goalie's out of position. Tries to get back to the cage, but there's not a whole lot you can do there. Simple things breaking down for KSU. They need life. They need to goal fast.
3-0 Eagles lead here. 2 goals from Briggs, 1 from O'Connor. So back at the face-off dot here, Meehan for Gulf Coast and for Kennesaw State. Looks like it's Nick Ogle, the junior from Buford, Georgia.
You know, again, looking for McMean, looking for Magaro. They gotta get something going as they turn it over.
Not what they were looking for Florida Gulf Coast, with some energy here to start this third quarter, seeing the first goal of the half go in for them.
And again, just execution for Kennesaw State.
Thomason looking for help, finds it in O'Connor.
And they'll be okay to take another long possession.
O'Connor.
A lot of backside picks.
See if they go big little game behind. 25 with the rock now. Johnny McCoy. Now he goes up top to, I believe that's Ayers. It is. Ayers has Gillum on him. Gillum trying to take away the right side. Let's see if Ayers goes left. Nope, he still goes right. Comes off a pick. There's Briggs. Briggs trying to get the hot hand. Didn't get a lot on that shot. Nice save by Molander.
Molander again. He's not tested very much outside of 13 yards.
Here's Brooks Gillum trying to leg it out past the attack. He does. Now looking for help in the attack. But he's going to find it Nathan Bish coming out of the box.
I mean, for Cotton and his defense pitching a shutout here in the third quarter in the championship game. The Owls, a team that scored plenty of goals yesterday.
We have 14 goals for Florida Gulf Coast yesterday and 14 for KSU. So well below that average. We talked about all the scoring out of this KSU attack that they got yesterday, getting, I believe it was 12 goals from their attack unit. Here's Sims with it, skips it across to Magro, pass too high, and another turnover there by KSU, just doing a little bit too much.
And unfortunately, we saw it all day yesterday. You know, that might hurt KSU if the Eagles are able to get another quick one here. Now going to be down 4. Time to dig in if you're the Owls defense.
You know, we talked about both these teams having big leads yesterday and then kind of faltering and letting the other team come back in it. And you just wonder if maybe not having a close game there, you know, the way you play is a little bit different. Kennesaw State's kind of playing like, you know, they're still playing App State up by 6 or 7 goals, slinging the ball around, not being too concerned about taking care of the pill.
Right, and we saw them play great, you know, ball movement, dodging hard, you know, banging it twice, you know, good backside cutters, 2-man games. Right now, there's very, very stagnant, and everyone's kind of just standing around looking at each other like, well, who's going to step up? They have had some bad breaks not go their way.
Deming sweeps, moves it to O'Connor. O'Connor moves it over to Monty. Monty behind to Griffin. Griffin pushes his left hand. Cutter, shot, save, Molander. And they're going to say White went through the crease. So Griffin continuing to set up his teammates for success, but Molander there to shut the door.
Molander's doing his job today. There's no doubt about that. Hopefully this offense can get rolling.
Martinez carries over.
And maybe it takes Martinez to get a goal as they'll call a timeout. Maybe it takes a Pole to get a goal,
Yep.
a defensive midfielder to get a goal, somebody that doesn't. Because it's only a 3-point game here.
Just over halfway through our third quarter, 3-0 Florida Gulf Coast leads Kennesaw State. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout on the broadcast. Be back on Lacrosse Fire TV right after this. Welcome back to Johns Creek, Georgia, here on the campus of Northview High School. Kennesaw State with the ball coming out of a timeout. Already looking like they may run a set play here, and it's exactly what you want to do. Execute whatever your best play, whatever your go-to. Let's get our best look is. We'll see what they do here. Shutout right now, 3-0. They trail the Eagles from Florida Gulf Coast. Here goes Ethan Bish with it. He spins it behind. Picks on the inside, nothing doing, and that's going to be another turnover on the over and back. Quick whistle here for Florida Gulf Coast if they want it. They get it. 4-on-3, he's got it out in front of him. He had Josh Taylor, and he just never looked up, so he'll settle things down. And in this style of game, maybe that's the way you want to play.
And the way your defense is playing, the way your goalie's playing, I understand both ways. If he wants to go, try to get a fourth one, I get it, but at the same time, they've gotten plenty of looks in the slower, methodical, control the clock offense.
Thomason. Turnover. No, they're going to keep it on their side of the field. Nice play there by the short stick as he was subbing off.
We talk about the mental game too. If Gulf Coast is winning that, no doubt. They got the energy, they got the communication. Their style may be a little bit different.
Backdoor cut. Shot did not get through. And headed the other way. Transition here for KSU if they want it. And a pass behind the intended target is going to lead to a ground ball chance for Florida Gulf Coast, but didn't pick it up. 3-on-2 still. Magro on the far side. He wanted that pass. Looked like it was deflected, and it'll stay with KSU. So, again, even when KSU has transition, a pass, a step behind, really putting them in trouble.
I thought Cooper Lyon was going to get that pole goal that we were just talking about earlier in the broadcast.
Stepping in, no backup. It's going to go to Florida Gulf Coast.
Thought the big man was going to step in and have it there for a second.
Yeah, it'd be frustrating there. No backup on that shot, so they just quickly give up possession. 5 minutes approaching left in our third quarter. They find Chris Ayers. He's going to carry over with ease and still needing to get a touch. Liam O'Connor will do that. O'Connor testing the defense, but nothing doing. Drew Thompson with the ball. He gets it up to Ayers. Now it's over here with O'Connor. Those are the midfielders. Taylor, Griffin, and Briggs on attack. Look inside. Too much. Nice job by Taylor finding the ball, pulling it out to space. But he likes his short stick matchup. They got the attacking on a shorty. They're going to carry it behind, see if KSU switches or they'll just be quick to slide. Taylor's going to come top side, though. No slide coming, but couldn't get a shot off. Too many sticks in the lane. Here's Thompson with it. He's got the long pull. See if he looks to attack. He may go to an invert. Florida Gulf Coast liking to attack from these wings.
Yeah, they want to put their shooters on the wings. They aren't necessarily a big dodging team from up top. They want to let their attackmen work and let those middies creep over. He's going to look for some backside picks here on the invert.
Shot clock just came on. Looked like it came on with about 3:56 left. And that pass intercepted by Jay Molander, so the shot clock won't even matter. And KSU will have a chance to clear here. And again, get that first goal of the game. And just feel like for KSU, a team that can score, they just need to see that first ball hit the back of the net, and hopefully the floodgates can open for them.
And then it's a 2-point game.
Right, yeah, exactly.
It's like, it feels like we're talking like it's 8-9-0, and it's just that simple. It is that simple. It's going to take one guy, just to put it on his back here. His team offense isn't working. Transition isn't working. Struggling to catch and throw the ball as they'll continue to get their subs on. But, Gulf Coast doing a great job of controlling this game.
Isaiah Sims, the 6th on for KSU. Now they're ready to play 6-on-6. McMean comes up top. He handles. Under 3 to go here in our third quarter. Only 1 goal scored so far in this quarter. It belongs to Jordan Briggs, his 2nd of the game. Luis Trujillo with the rock here. He's going to hesitate, go to his right. Can't beat Ayers, so moves it along. Nice ball movement to the backside. Magro plays catch with Bell. Now Magro off the pick and roll. Bell topside, shot goal. And that's what they need, a little 2-man game behind. Give the assist to Magro.
took to the late third quarter. We finally get some team offense out of Kennesaw State. That's what we saw all day yesterday. You know, guys working together, not the ball just dying in somebody's stick. Great shot, and like we said, it's a 2-point game.
2:32 to go. KSU finally on the board. Only took them about, let's see, quick math, that'd be 43 minutes into this game to get their first point. Thank you.
If you could hear my sarcastic clap on the broadcast.
I didn't take it as sarcastic, neither should you at home. Here we go, back to the face-off X. And Florida Gulf Coast wins that one. Kampmeyer has the ball. He's got an attackman on his back. Handles that pressure now, looking to find a short stick. Briggs shows help. Kampmeyer's going to get underneath, and that's a good decision there by the long pole. Skip up top. Ball on the turf. Chance for KSU to get this one up. Not running through the ground. Ball goosed. And Martinez has been impressive off the ground. Comes up with another one. Rain starting to pick up here.
And they're going to take a possession here. A little bit more fire on that ground ball for Kennesaw State. A little more life.
So finishing their substitution pattern, Trujillo will come on and Bish will wait as well. They're on with Will Tabor, who has the ball in his cross right now. Here's Trujillo. He's got the ball, swim dodges, but doesn't go anywhere. Moves it on over to Bell. Here's Magro with it. Had the assist on the last goal. Now it's Will Tabor.
Some good ball movement.
Trujillo's going to give a dodge. Goes down the right alley. Draws the slide. Trail check almost got him, but he keeps it in his stick. Numbers on the backside if they can find it. Magro, nice lift there by Engler. Gets the ball on the ground. And Gage Ryan with great ground ball play.
Magro wanted that inside roll, but just kind of stopped his feet, didn't get high enough. His turnover in the midfield.
Low pass picked up by Trujillo. 40 seconds to go here. He's got McMean. They could have a 3-on-2. McMean dodges the first defender. He's going to try to split two. He does. Gets in front. Save. And a flag comes down. There may have been a stick swing in there. And they're going to get a hold. But what a save once again. Have we said it enough? Austin Cotton.
Austin Cotton is the MVP of this game so far. Every chance KSU has, it's just taken away from him. I mean, right there, that could have been a huge momentum goal for the Owls, but again, stuffed. And I don't think there's anything that McMean really could have done there. I mean, he just got robbed again. Goalie's hot.
So we'll see what KSU has here. It's a 30-second hold, so the penalty won't carry over to the next quarter with 31 on the clock when it started. 3-3 look here for KSU, and they're going to motion, see if they go to these double cuts. They love this play. They've gotten some good looks off of it. They're going to wheel 3-on-2 to the backside. Nice rotation there by KSU. Hall up top at 17 yards. Looks inside, and that shot never got through. Englert picks up the ground ball. And that will take us to the end of our third quarter. Only 2 goals in this quarter, but 1 for each side. KSU finally on the board, 3-1. They trail Florida Gulf Coast. 4th and final quarter of the SELC Division II championship game coming up on Lacrosse Fire TV right after this.
Nice find inside behind the back. That was pretty. Nicky Solomon with his 3rd of the day. Out of the timeout and his eyeball. They're working on the attack. Here he comes. Comes in. Fires that goal! Back to that goal! First kill him. Rosie wants to go early. He's got his left hand. Look inside. Middle shot goal! And the Raiders win in the 3rd overtime. And the Titans was cleared. Pull it up and put it into the box. Big two people's gonna go all the way. Attack right in front. Save their goal. You talked him up.
There it is. I was going to say he's going to get another one before this is over.
Welcome back to Lacrosse Fire TV's coverage of the SELC lacrosse tournament. We've got 2 penalties for illegal sticks. We'll touch on that in a moment. But before that, we want to let you at home know that the Kennesaw State lacrosse team is wearing a sticker on their helmets with the number 47 in support of a local youth lacrosse player from suburban Atlanta. Ella Griggs plays in the Roswell Youth Lacrosse Program and is coached by Lindsay Yelkin, who is the daughter and sister of Kennesaw State coaches Kevin and Tyler Yelkin. 3 weeks ago, 12-year-old Ella suffered a stroke while on the practice field. She's been recovering at Scottish Rite Children's Hospital in Atlanta. We asked the greater SELC lacrosse community to pray and send their support to Ella, her family, and her teammates who are themselves participating in a tournament this weekend. Hop on social media, hashtag Ella's Army to show your support. We talked about this yesterday, but it's just, again, there's so much more to this game of lacrosse than what goes on in between the lines. It's great to see that KSU is really honoring that. But while we were gone for the break, we had 2 illegal sticks, one on each side, both of them for plastic issues. So they'll both be 3 minutes full-time serve. So we're going to have 5-on-5 lacrosse for 3 minutes here. And, you know, it's kind of going to have that hockey feel to it. A lot of space to be had out there. Change a little bit how the defenses slide and rotate.
It's going to be a wild curveball for this game, and it could just start the scoring sprees as well for both teams. So we'll see what happens.
And maybe more importantly for KSU, as they'll come up with the first faceoff of this half, it was McMean who got the penalty for them. So not only is it 5-on-5, you don't have one of your attackmen, but you got one of your true goal scorers and guys who can create offense for you.
And again, 5-on-5, lots of room, different slide rotations. They're going to play the substitution game. They're going to have somebody coming out of the box.
And here goes Sims. He's got a step if they can find him, but Sims being patient, and I think KSU's going to be content to play 5-on-5.
Yeah, attack with Sims here.
Sims plays catch with Bell. Now it's back to Sims, and just as Connor said, here goes Sims down the right alley. Nothing doing. Throws it behind to Magro. Magro handles straight ahead. Face dodged by Brooks Gillum. Gillum draws a slide. Dennis, Bell, shot, goal. Give Gillum the assist. 3-2 Owls, just one back.
Great job being patient. Just floats over with his left hand and just a good, strong overhand shot to the hip. 1-goal game.
You see from 12 yards, just handcuffed that goalie enough. Great overhand release there. Back-to-back goals for 15 in black, Dennis Bell.
And a big face-off here. Both teams in dire need of another possession.
Still 5-on-5 for another minute 56. Pinch and pop there for KSU, and picked up clean. Gavin Mugg. Mugg now is getting mugged, and he draws a flag. And once this is over, here goes Bell. He's going to have a chance for a hat trick. Finds Magro. Magro, nice look. Pass couldn't be handled. Can KSU keep it in bounds? If they do, they'll continue to have a free possession, but they couldn't. So we're going to have a 5-on-4 here for what I believe is a push.
Well, we just about seen everything in this game this weekend, haven't we? It starts out with a 5-on-5, lots of room, now a 4-on-5, and this is pretty much the drills you do in practice by now.
That's exactly what that is.
I don't know if I've ever seen a 2-3 minute non-releasable by 2 different teams on the same exact stick check.
Well, and like you said, did he say 3 minutes? Like it wasn't even pocket issues from the rain. It was true plastic issues. And,
Yeah,
so
it's something that's been an issue for the season,
Mm-hmm.
generally. We aren't sure exactly which stick test it was, but it was the big one. And plus, both those sticks cannot come back on the field as well.
So 5-on-4. Let's see what kind of shape KSU hops in. They're going to go into a box and 1. And Bell, nice look to the inside. Shot, goal! 13, Dylan Stanhope. What a look from Dennis Bell. Bell had back-to-back goals. Now he gets the assist, and this one's tied up. 3-0 run by the Owls.
You know, in a 4-on-5, they do a good job of putting somebody on the crease. That makes them not be able to rotate adjacently. A good spot feed and a tough finish on Cotton.
And
3-3.
still 5-on-5 for another minute 13. This penalty's not released till 12 left, so it's 5-on-5. The Florida Gulf Coast hold was released.
I told you that that 5-on-5 was gonna make things a little wacky, and it has.
So KSU with 3 in a row and 3 of the 4 goals in this quarter, but they're going to get a hold call. It's going to go to Florida Gulf Coast. And Briggs comes to get it. So 5-on-5 chance for Florida Gulf Coast here to use their space and play a little offense as Thomason's going to come on the field as well as Ayers. Ayers handles now.
Yeah, you know, it's just that's how great this game is. You know, for 45 minutes, it's just looking awful for the Owls, and you know, within 2 minutes, you're tied up.
3-3 our score here. 12:41 to go in our fourth quarter. Getting underneath. Ayers turns, shoots, scores, buries it down low. I don't know if he knew exactly where the goal was or if he had no idea where the goal was, but he buried that in the corner. See it here on the SELC replay. Just as soon as he comes out of his roll, ready to shoot, using the defenders as screens, and buries that thing low and away off Molander's offside. Ayers had 2 goals and an assist yesterday. Gets on the board here, stopping the KSU 3-0 run.
It's a great shot. Tough save to be asked for by KSU. Big face-off. Looks like Kennesaw State's going to have the advantage to pick it up.
And kicked. Can they keep it in? Great effort, but not enough. So now quickly the other way. Florida Gulf Coast had it. Mosteller stick in the lane. Now he's going to go the other way, and it's going to be a clean 4-on-3 here for Kennesaw State. Passes handled. He had Magro on the pipe, but didn't know he was there. Ball on the turf. Mosteller can come up with another one. And now they get it to Magro, and we're even. Penalties are released. It's going to be 6-on-6 Lacrosse.
Mosteller with a great deflection there to try to create a little bit of offense. The attack's still struggling here.
So Mosteller steps over the midfield, and Isaiah Sims heads into the offensive zone. Here's Brooks Gillum on the far side. He gets a switch on the pick. Now he gives it back to Magro. Well-executed 2-man play on the wing.
And they worked this a lot yesterday, getting Magro the short stick.
Magro underneath to his left hand. Nice look over to Sims. Sims knew he didn't have a great look, so just slowed things back down.
And, you know, with Magro, you might want to think about, you know, subbing him off and running him out of the midfield, you know, just to make things a little bit easier on him, and because everything seems to run through him for the most part.
Here's Dennis Bell. He's got 2 goals and an assist. Coming top side, takes a shot, scores! Dennis Bell, he's got a hat trick. Dennis Bell taking this thing over. The senior from Kennesaw Mountain High School in Kennesaw, Georgia, is having himself an afternoon.
Great job by Dennis Bell, just putting the team on his back here. He's got 3 goals of 4. He's feeling it. You're just going to have to ride him for the rest of this quarter. 4-4, tied up.
Dennis has had a hand in the last 4 KSU goals. He had 2 goals and assisted on the one before. tying it up at 4 just a moment ago. We mentioned yesterday Bell had 4 goals and no assists. He's got 3 and an assist so far today, matching his point total.
Yeah, Sims giving life to his bench. Big ground ball.
Big long face-off. Meehan has it, but it got stuck in the back of his stick. And is that going to be a delay? It should be, and there it is.
Will be.
It's the right call. If you're not sure who it's on, you got to just drop that ball and go off or drop back on D. And whoever the face-off guy was just goosed it away, taking away a chance for a quick restart. 30-second man up here for KSU. You talked about that mental battle that you thought Florida Gulf Coast, had the advantage in that first half. Now KSU on a run. You got to see how Florida Gulf Coast is going to react.
Right, and I think the player was trying to argue that the ball got stuck in his stick, and that's why it flew backwards. But you got to drop that ball dead, get off the field, or get back in on defense, and they didn't. So a pivotal man up here for the Owls.
10:45 to go here in our fourth quarter. Magro top middle of the 3-3. 3-2 look here out of the man down defense for Florida Gulf Coast. They got a short stick on the top righty shooter. Everybody helping to the crease. Here comes some wheels. There it is to Magro. Catches and finishes. Give the assist to Brendan Hall. What a look. Same man up play they've run most of the weekend. This one executed to perfection.
Yeah, just double pick down. They got to swing Magro around his right hand, around the right side of the cage for his right hand. And a good job reaching around Cotton for the goal.
And threading that pass to the defense was Brendan Hall. 5-4, KSU has their first lead of the game. 10:25 to go, all even on the field. So that man up was crucial. And another nice win here. Streaking to the goal, but ball hits the turf. Engler had a chance at it. Now Bell's got a chance. He's going to pick it up, find an outlet, and kind of slow things down for the moment.
They got him on the wheel. Oh, they marked up.
I think they wanted to get their face-off unit off before they started taking shots at KSU. Ethan Bish comes out of the box. He's playing with Trujillo, who's got the ball now, and top middle is Drew Thompson.
Haven't really been able to say any of the midfielders' names for Kennesaw. It's been attack heavy here.
Stan Hope, who had a goal just a few minutes ago, and on attack for McMean. Haven't seen McMean since he had that stick penalty at the start of this quarter. Here's Bell with it on the wing. We've called Bell's name often here in our fourth quarter. Game that KSU trailed 2-0 at the half, now have a 5-4 lead and possession.
Owls now with the lead, their first lead of the game.
So here goes Magro attacking the big little. He's got the short stick. Nice look. 2 cutters. Nobody knew who he was going for. Now Kampmeyer comes out the other way, looking to clear it and find his short stick help. And there's going to be an interference behind the play. Liam O'Connor has the ball. He got tripped up. It looked like him and Magro ran into each other. Magro.
Yeah, and it is interference. It is interference, but they just kind of got clipped up. Magro was peeling off to stay behind the 50-yard line. So a free possession for Gulf Coast.
Now, if it isn't interference, which we believe it is, a goal would wipe that out, and that's what they wanted there, and certainly got the look, but Monty just put that ball a little bit wide.
That's a tough break for Kennesaw State. The right call, however.
And you could tell Magro knew it right away and was frustrated just by, like you said, just kind of an unlucky situation, but he knew that he was going to get called for it. So, man down situation. KSU just took the lead on a 30-second man up foul. See if Florida Gulf Coast can tie it up. Nick Griffin's been the facilitator on man up here for the Eagles.
Yeah, Gulf Coast for the greater half of 10 to 15 game time minutes haven't been much of a factor.
Ayers with the only goal since in the KSU run. That shot wide. KSU scored 5 of the last 6 goals.
And Molander took that right off the chin. Had to get the helmet strapped back up.
So Molander now with 11 saves. And they get things straightened out. Here goes Griffin. He's pushing aside. No look pass up top to Ayers. Good skip across. Pass too low, though. Wasn't a bad look, but too tough to handle. Under 8 to go here. KSU with the 1-goal lead. Magro's been released, so we are 6-on-6. Brendan Hall looking for the ball. Nice touch pass. They get it to him. And Hall's going to touch in for KSU. Hall getting underneath, top side, shot. Just missed. Nice job by Hall right there, protecting his stick, using his body to get a good look on the goal.
The way this game's going, the Owls have a good possession here. Maybe get one more goal. You might want to start changing your offensive philosophy. It's going to be a low-scoring finish, but a tight one at that.
Here's Hall with it straight up top. Got it in his left hand. He's going to go down the left alley. Draws a little bit of a slide, throws it straight ahead, and that ball is going to be not safe. Turnover to Florida Gulf Coast. Englert will start the clear. Gets it over to Austin Cotton. Cotton throws the long overpass. Needing to touch is Deming, and he gets the touch with 7 to go here. 1-goal lead for KSU. Thomason wants it and wants to go fast.
He's got a lot of room.
Thomason left hand, Molander save at his feet. He's got Hall straight ahead. Pass a little bit low. Can Hall track it down? He can. Momentarily, nice ground ball. Didn't know the trail check was behind him. And Gage Ryan picks up this one. He's headed the other way here. Transition for Florida Gulf Coast. Gage Ryan takes a shot, bouncer off the crossbar. Ground ball there on the far side. Wes Baker picks it up, looking for help. Finds it in Alek Trakovic.
We'll see what the coach wants to do. You got 2 timeouts left.
You see him putting their hands up. Head coach Alex Gavilla saying slow things down.
Excuse me, they got 1 timeout left. He's going to get a shot.
Uh-oh, not the shot they wanted. Ball hits the turf. Chance Florida Gulf Coast to pick up this one. Ryan in a similar spot to where he was last time. Nice pop in the midfield line. Picked up there, 3-on-2. Headed downfield if they can find it. Griffin's got his attack group with him. Griffin 10 yards. I don't know if that was a behind the back pass or shot. It got to Taylor. Taylor to Monty. Monty skip over. Finish down low. Save Molander off the stick of Briggs. What a save by Jay Molander, 1-on-1.
Wow, and a simple 2-on-3. It took 6 to 7 passes to get their guy, but incredible save by Molander. Great offense as well.
And picked off there. All over the field has been 19 in black. Ben Mosteller the last 2 days.
We got a call here.
I think they may have gotten a mouthpiece.
No. No.
He indicated something towards his mouth, and I don't know what other call that would be, and I know that's a point of emphasis this year.
It's also the championship game. Big break for Gulf Coast.
So Liam O'Connor's got the short stick of Sims, and again, with that turnover, you got Sims and Gillum, 2 middies who are primarily offensive middies for KSU, stuck on the defensive end. So we'll see if Gulf Coast tries to attack those matchups. Gillum guarding the attackman. Griffin wanting to use the pick. Now coming topside, it's Taylor. Gillum switches on to Taylor. Taylor rolls, moves it on to Monty. Monty on the far side to O'Connor. Here goes Briggs. He's going to step in. Shot. Molander's been great at his feet all day long.
Molander having a lot of success on these low shots. Well, really high shots as well. He's just been great. 2 goalies going after it. 4 minutes left approaching. Al have the lead. Got to clear it first.
Gillum, nice roll, gets a little bit of a pick and clears it over. Hand counts on. He's got to get the touch, and he does there. 4 minutes to go here, fourth quarter. 1-goal lead for the Owls. 2 timeouts left for Florida Gulf Coast, 1 for KSU.
And now situational lacrosse. When will the officials put the stall on?
Brooks Gillum waving away guys who got poles, saying, I want this matchup. He's going to take O'Connor. Gillum goes to his left hand down the alley. Big wrap check there by O'Connor. Doesn't get the ball loose. Magro steps in and sticks it. Top shelf. 2-goal lead for KSU.
Huge goal by Magro. He struggled today, but when his team needed him most, he's showing up. We've seen that shot all weekend from number 9. A fantastic goal.
See on the replay, the net just explodes when he tucks that one under the crossbar. Great play there by Gillum to draw 2 guys, roll away, throw a great pass, an easy step down look.
Owls outplaying Gulf Coast 6-2 in the second half.
Including 2 goals and an assist from Vinny Magro, 3 goals and an assist from Dennis Ball, and 2 assists from Brooks Gillum, doing some of those small things for this Owls team.
And I don't think it's Gulf Coast playing bad. I think it's just KSU just playing better.
Face-off win to the Eagles here. 3.5 to go. It's only a 2-goal game, but as you mentioned, they've only been able to put in 2 goals each half here, so they're going to have to figure something out.
Going to draw a flag.
Ball on the turf, and Sims picks it up. That'll blow the whistle.
It's going to be a hold on the Owls. With 3:05 left in a 2-goal game, this is a big man-up opportunity for Gulf Coast, who's shown that they can score.
First goal of the game, Florida Gulf Coast scored, was Jordan Briggs on the man-up off the assist from Nick Griffin. So 3:05 on the clock, 30-second penalty here for Gulf Coast. See what kind of shot they can create. They're down 2, and they've had a tough time beating Molander here in this second half. Thomason dodges. Underneath, Molander up high, save again. Jay Molander doing exactly what you need your goalie to do in championship games.
Gulf Coast decides to dodge on the man-up opportunity.
Yep. Oh! And a fantastic Rusty Gate gets the ball loose. Liam O'Connor, a beautiful check. KSU coach is arguing the call. I think he's shocked that that check was executed so well. No foul at all on that one. That's a all-time hit or miss kind of check there.
And Magro almost goes offsides again. It was close.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to look at that Rusty Gate check. 2 minutes left. That could have been the play that Gulf Coast needed.
Here's Deming down the alley. Shot down low, bounces it past Molander. 1-goal game, 2:08 to go.
Starts with a little flare in the right game, getting the turnover.
Yep.
A successful clear to a successful 6-on-6 as he just takes it right down the right alley. Bouncer.
Yep.
Tough of Molander to save. And
we said Molander's been good at his feet, but that one out in front of his feet, high bounce, got up over his shoulder.
Right, he collapsed down, couldn't get back up top. 1-point game with 2.8. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the game.
Molander, as we mentioned, been fantastic all game long, now with 15 saves. Molander knows big game situations, playing here in Georgia, won a state championship with Alatoona in 2016. He was teammates with Brooks Gillum, who we've seen come up with some big plays here in this fourth quarter. So KSU certainly has some guys who understand pressure situations. And ball on the turf here. Looking for a little help. Ball comes loose. Dennis Bell has a chance for it. He can't get it up on the first time. He's going to take a dive. Play on push. Nice job there by Ball of getting in front of the ball and getting pushed in the back. Excuse me, Bell in front of the ball.
Up 145.
Under 2 to go. Now becomes the question of when are these officials going to put the shot clock on? Uh-oh, ball on the turf. Picked up there. Nice two-handed ground ball. And a moving screen is going to be called. That's the moving screen has been the call that's hurt both teams most so far today. We've had about 6 of them.
You just can't have that in late game situations. Why even set a pick?
Ball on the turf. Florida Gulf Coast trying to keep it alive. I think he stepped out of bounds, though. They're going to say Florida Gulf Coast called a timeout as soon as he picked it up.
Little toe drag swag by the Eagles. 6-5, 122 left in the game. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back to Lacrosse Fire TV's coverage of the 31st SELC Conference Tournament Championship Sunday. Game number 1. 6-5 KSU leads Florida Gulf Coast, 122 to go. We had a bunch of blowouts yesterday on semifinal Saturday, but we have not been disappointed so far today. A little bit low scoring, but high level across, and with a minute 20 to go, we got a 1-goal game, and right out of the timeout, a turnover by Florida Gulf Coast. Uh-oh, turnover cleared in the middle of the field. Ayers picks it up, and Molander with the stick in the lane knocks it out, ball loose in front. And chance for KSU to come up with it in a minute to go here. They do come up with it, but a flag was down. I think they're going to call a hold on whoever threw that check on Ayers when he had that ball in front.
Wow, a lot of chaos going on right in front of the cage. Not sure what they were thinking, trying to jam the ball 5 seconds into possession.
I think KSU throwing the ball back into the middle of the field on their clear. So again, when you get to this point in the game, your kind of focus and decision making's got to be at its highest level.
That's why they call it execution, Coach.
So here we go, 6-on-5, 57 seconds to go. Ayers plays catch with Thomason. Behind with Griffin, now it's over to Briggs. Dimming with it. Circle offense on the inside is O'Connor. We'll see if they roll him off. Griffin's going to push aside. There goes the roll off with O'Connor. Thomason, 40 seconds to go here. Penalty will be released before the end of regulation. Briggs throws it behind. Up the wing. Thomason's going to have a look. Steps in. Just misses high. And Thomason got blasted after shooting that one. Nice job running through the slide there, and looks like he's holding his foot.
He's certainly in discomfort. He's going to have to come off. That's going to be big. That's one of their big shooters.
Yep, absolutely. That's a big one. So coming in will be Johnny McColhay instead, but they're going to move Chris Ayers to that righty shooting spot, which is probably a good move the way he's been shooting the ball. We mentioned he had 2 goals yesterday. He's got 1 so far today. Timeout by Florida Gulf Coast. Now that we're looking at Thomason, it looks like he may have just been cramping. He seems fine right now, just trying to stretch out a bit. But that timeout there by Florida Gulf Coast will allow Thomason to be able to go right back in out of the timeout.
I was about to say, it looks like it's just a cramp, so if he can get himself right, he can come back in for this next 27 seconds. He's just got to play that man up wing, but you can't take the timeouts home with you.
And now, so on the man up for Florida Gulf Coast, I would say what we've seen most are wing shots, whether it be from the righty Thomason or the lefty Briggs with, Griffin pushing from behind, drawing the fair, making the easy pass. If you're KSU, what do you do to kind of counteract that? Obviously, there's been a couple skips up top. Molander stop shots from 15, 16. How do you do to press out to the wings but not give up easy step downs straight away?
I think you just need to play it as is, but you also need to be, well aware of who they're trying to get the ball to on the shot. Maybe in a little bit of an overextension, or maybe a couple hedge actions for the defense. But I think you got to stick with you can't get too cute on it.
28 seconds to go. I believe there'll be about 1 second left in the 6-on-5 penalty. So when they come out, it should be 6-on-6 in Florida Gulf Coast. We'll see what kind of execution they have. We mentioned it. Griffin's kind of been the guy. He's got 2 assists, but he's been quiet in this second half. Jordan Briggs, the senior's got 2 goals already, so we'll see where they go with the ball. Deming had the last goal for Florida Gulf Coast. 6-on-5 for just another second or 2. Here goes the whistle. And we're going to be 6-on-6 as soon as Kennesaw State can get in. Briggs shot low. Is that on the inside or the outside? It's on the outside, and Molander's got it.
Gulf Coast bench explodes. They thought he scored.
And there's no reason for Molander to clear it, but he's going to find help, and it's going to stay alive. Ground ball on the far side by KSU. 5, 4, 3. That should do it. KSU is going to come from behind and punch their ticket to the MCLA Division II National Tournament. The Owls jump all over Molander, who was an absolute stud today, finishing with 15 saves. The Owls, no goals in the first half, 6 in the second half, come back to win.
Fantastic job of halftime adjustments and really just sitting back into their game plan. Dealt with adversity, did a fantastic job. Heads up to the coaching staff as well as the players for executing in the second half.
A fantastic championship game. Never more than a 3-goal lead, back and forth. Came down to the last possession, last shot. Just couldn't quite find the back of the net for Florida Gulf Coast. So Kennesaw State, in the 31st year of the SELC tournament, the Division II champions. Congratulations to head coach Alex Gavila and the rest of the Kennesaw State Owls. They'll be down in the field for some celebrations, trophy presentations, and etc. Our Division I SELC championship game coming up at 3 o'clock. It'll be the South Carolina Gamecocks coming in undefeated, taking on the Virginia Tech Hokies. That game set to face off at 3 o'clock. Again, the final from our first championship game of Sunday. Kennesaw State 6, Florida Gulf Coast 5. The Owls will continue their season.